Have you ever walked onto a plane thinking you did everything right, only to be told your bag has to be checked at the last minute? Or even worse, having something taken away at security? It happens every single day to travelers all over the world. The question is, are you making the same mistakes without realizing it? Stick with me for this one, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share the biggest carry-on mistakes people make. Even frequent flyers get these wrong, and trust me, mistake number 7 is the one that surprises almost everyone. So watch this until the very end, because even if you consider yourself a smart traveler, at least one of these will make you go, "Wow, I never thought of that." And if you find this helpful, hit that subscribe button, because I've got more tips that will save you money, stress, and sometimes even your favorite belongings. Let's start with one of the sneakiest problems. People assume that all airlines follow the same carry-on size rules. They don't, not even close. Some measure every inch of your bag, including wheels and handles. Others don't. That 2-inch difference is what catches people. I've seen travelers at the gate, relaxed and confident, until a gate agent points at the metal sizer. The suitcase goes in, it sticks out by just a hair. And suddenly that bag is being checked, with fees attached, and your valuables in someone else's hands. It's not fun. The easy way to avoid this is to check your airline's rules before you ever leave your house. It's such a simple step, but most people don't bother until it's too late. The next mistake is about weight. If you usually fly in the United States or Canada, you probably don't even think about how heavy your carry-on is. But fly in Europe, Asia, or Australia and the rules change fast. Many airlines cap cabin bags at 7 kilograms. That's around 15 pounds. A laptop, sneakers, maybe a sweater and some toiletries, and you're already over the limit. At the gate, they don't hesitate to weigh it. And when that happens, your options are limited. You either check the bag, or you sit on the floor transferring items into your pockets like so many people do in desperation. It's stressful, it's embarrassing, and it's expensive. Knowing the weight limit ahead of time gives you the chance to plan instead of panic. Now, let's talk about liquids. Everyone knows the 3-ounce or 100 milliliter rule, right? But here's what catches people. So many everyday items count as liquids when you travel. Toothpaste, mascara, lotion, peanut butter, hummus, even gel deodorant. If it smears or spreads, airport security calls it a liquid. I once saw a traveler lose a $60 jar of face cream because it was a few milliliters over. Painful. And here's the kicker. Different airports apply these rules differently. Something that passes through in one country might be flagged in another. The safest move is to put everything in small containers, keep them in that clear bag, and don't push your luck. Because nothing ruins your mood faster than tossing something expensive in the trash. Another mistake almost everyone makes is underestimating their personal item. Most airlines allow one carry-on plus one personal item, but people waste this opportunity all the time. They bring a tiny purse, a slim laptop sleeve, or something that barely holds anything. Meanwhile, that personal item could be a lifesaver. A backpack, for example, can hold electronics, chargers, snacks, maybe even a change of clothes. And here's the secret: airlines rarely weigh or measure it. While people are struggling with oversized carry-ons and catching the attention of gate agents, your personal item is quietly carrying the heavy stuff with no problem at all. It's one of the most overlooked hacks for stress-free travel. Here's another big one: disorganized packing at security. We've all seen it. Someone gets to the conveyor belt, unzips their bag, and suddenly everything is scattered. Clothes flying, liquids buried at the bottom, laptop tangled between shoes. The line builds, everyone is staring, and the person is clearly stressed. And in the rush, people leave items behind all the time. The solution is so simple: pack with security in mind. Keep your laptop in an easy access sleeve. Place your liquids at the top or in an outside pocket. When you get to the front of the line, you're ready, smooth, fast, calm. No digging, no juggling, and no forgotten charger left in a plastic bin. Now here's where people really get caught off guard. Packing banned items without realizing it. Just because something is small doesn't mean it's allowed in your carry-on. Power banks over a certain watt-hour limit, sporting gear, sharp tools, even some medical devices can all cause problems. I once watched someone lose a very expensive camera battery because it didn't meet the airline's safety rules. The worst part? These rules change depending on where you're flying. A battery that's fine in North America may be restricted in Asia. The only way to protect yourself is to double-check before you pack, not after you've reached security. Now, let's talk about duty-free shopping. This one hurts because people think duty-free is safe. You buy a bottle of wine or perfume after security, you feel like you've beaten the system, but here's the catch. If you're connecting through another airport, you might have to go through security again. And if that duty-free bag doesn't meet international packaging rules, security will confiscate it. I've seen travelers lose hundreds of dollars worth of purchases this way. The only safe bet is to buy duty-free if you re on a direct flight or make absolutely sure the packaging is the official sealed kind that's recognized worldwide. Otherwise, you're literally throwing money away. And then there's the battle for overhead bin space. Raise your hand if you've ever boarded late and found every bin already packed. It happens all the time. And when bins are full, flight attendants have no choice but to check your bag. If you've packed fragile items, important electronics, or anything valuable, that's a horrible moment. The fix is simple: board as early as you can, or at least keep essentials and valuables in your personal item under the seat. That way, if your carry-on gets gate-checked, you're not left crossing your fingers that your camera or laptop survives. Another common mistake is forgetting about the return trip. You pack perfectly on the way out. Then you go shopping, souvenirs, clothes, gifts. Suddenly your bag is bursting and you're sitting on the airport floor trying to zip it shut. I've seen travelers resort to buying overpriced extra bags or paying steep fees just to get home. The smarter move is to plan ahead. Roll your clothes tighter, bring a foldable tote, or just leave a little extra room in your carry-on for the trip back. It saves money, stress, and maybe a little dignity. And finally, maybe the biggest mistake of all is trusting airlines to clearly communicate everything. They don't. They profit from baggage fees, so there's no incentive to make it easy for you. Important rules are buried in fine print, hidden during booking, or quietly enforced at the gate. If you wait for the airline to warn you, you're going to lose. The only way to win is to do your own homework. Double-check the rules for every flight, every airline, and every country you're flying through. It takes a few minutes but saves you hours of frustration. Carry-on travel is supposed to make flying easier. But these hidden mistakes, these little oversights, are exactly what turn smooth trips into stressful ones. The good news is that once you know about them, you'll never get caught off guard again. You'll glide through airports calmly, skip the surprise fees, and actually enjoy your trip instead of worrying about your bag. And that's what travel should be all about. If you want to keep traveling smarter, avoiding the traps airlines hope you don't notice, make sure you subscribe. I've got plenty more tips coming your way. Until next time, safe travels, and may your carry-on always make it safely into the overhead bin.